record configuration. In this chapter, we will learn how to configure the recording parameters of the system. Click on the menu button and then choose Settings. The second category is Record. After clicking on it, you will see a subcategory appearing on the right. We'll start with Record. Setting the recording must be done after setting the camera. If no cameras are configured yet, please go back to the previous chapter. Also, our assumption is that the hard drives were formatted during the wizard configuration. If not, please note that the record will not take place until the hard drive is formatted. If you wish to learn how to format the hard drive, you can skip to the disk settings chapter. The Asaya recording interface was redesigned to be clearer and easier to configure. It is based on statistics showing that most users configure the recording to work all year long in 24/7 setting. The auto mode is the best choice for these users. Manual mode is for users who wish to customize the recording and schedule configuration. Auto mode is actually built from 6 presets of 24/7 recording as follows. Motion record will trigger record upon motion alarm under 24/7 schedule for all channels. Sensor record will trigger record upon sensor alarm under 24/7 schedules for all channels. Motion record plus sensor record will trigger record upon motion and sensor alarms under 24/7 schedules for all channels. Always record plus motion record. All the channels will be recorded continuously. Motion alarms will be marked in the event list. Always record plus sensor record. All the channels will be recorded continuously, and sensor alarms will be marked in the event list. Always record plus motion record plus sensor record. All the channels will be recorded continuously. Motion and sensor alarms will be marked in the event list. Selecting one of the auto modes will pop up the Stream Settings window. In this window, you should set the video encode type, resolution, FPS, bitrate type, bitrate and audio for each of the cameras and click OK to save the settings. Below, we can configure the manual record duration. This setting will define how long the manual record stays active after enabling it. Now that we have finished with the auto modes, we will continue to manual mode. Once the manual mode is selected, you will need to set the encode parameters and schedules for each of the cameras. Failing to do so will result in recording inconsistency or complete lack of recording by the system. We will get to the schedule settings in a few minutes, but now let's better explain the encoding section. The encoding section is divided in two: event recording stream and normal recording stream. The idea is to allow the system to record on a 24/7 basis, but to reduce storage consumption while there is no alarm. So basically, you can set lower record configuration for when there is no alarm and higher configuration when alarm is occurring. It is important to understand that the pre-alarm record will be recorded in the lower configuration, as it takes 2 to 3 seconds for the system to switch from lower to higher configuration. This means that if you choose any of the continuous record modes, or you use schedule recording, you must configure both. If you use only recording based on alarms, configuring only the event recording stream is enough. Let's understand better the encoding parameters. Video encode is the compression type. Basically, the available options are H.265 and H.264. If the camera doesn't support H.265, this encoding type will not be available. Resolution is the image resolution for recording. The higher the resolution, the bigger the image. FPS, or frames per second, refers to how many images build up 1 second of video. For example, 25 FPS means that each second of video contains 25 frames or images. Higher frame rate delivers more fluency. However, more storage space will be required. Bitrate type offers you the choice between CBR, which is constant bitrate, and VBR, which is variable bitrate. This is a very broad topic, and we will not explain it deeper in this tutorial. Bitrate stands for the compression aggressiveness. The lower the bitrate, the higher the compression. High compression means lower bandwidth and storage space usage, but also decreasing the video quality. Recommended bitrate range is not configurable, but very important for choosing the correct bitrate for your camera. The system offers the best bitrate range that will balance between quality and bandwidth and storage consumption according to the configuration you set. It is recommended to follow this recommendation. Audio offers you to select whether to record audio or not for the chosen channel. This was the mainstream recording configuration. Now we should go to the substream settings and set it as well. The encoding parameters are the same except for audio recording, which only applies to mainstream recording. After setting the substream, we will have to set the schedule. The schedule section is grayed out if any of the auto modes are selected, since they all work on 24/7 schedules. If you switch to manual, the schedule will become active. In the schedule, you will have a list of all cameras with the option to assign a schedule to each of the cameras based on motion, sensor, and normal situations. You can use a specific schedule to each of the cameras individually, or set a schedule to all cameras in one go. There are 3 pre-made schedules: 24/7 all week, 24/5, which is for weekdays, Monday to Friday, and 24/2, which is for weekends, Saturday and Sunday. 24/7 schedule cannot be deleted or modified, while 24/5 and 24/2 can be edited or deleted. Click the schedule name to display the detailed schedule information on the left side of the interface. The lines on the left stand for the 7 days of the week. Each line stands for the daily 24 hours. Red marks the active selection, and gray marks inactive selection. If you wish to add an existing schedule, click on the pencil icon next to it. If you wish to create a new schedule, click on the plus button on the top right corner. When adding a new schedule, you will have to input the schedule name and set the schedule times. Setting the schedule can be done in several methods. The easiest way is the manual input. You can use it for all the channels from the top line or for a specific channel from the buttons under the corresponding day. First, choose if you wish to add or delete time duration from the schedule by using the Mark Time or Delete Time icons. After choosing, click on Manual and set the start time and end time. You can repeat this process to input as many durations as you wish. The minimum duration is 15 minutes. The second method is by using the mouse cursor. Choose if you wish to add time by using the Mark Time icon or to delete time by the Delete Time icon, and then click, hold, and drag the mouse cursor from the start time to the end time. Under each one of the days, you have several options. Copy To will open a window allowing you to copy the schedule of selected days to other days. Manual is the manual input method as described above. All will mark all the day as active. Invert will invert the active and inactive durations. Clear All will delete all the active durations. Now you will have to assign your schedules. Click on Schedule Settings and assign the required schedules to the cameras for sensor, motion, and normal recording. Remember that when switching to manual mode, the default schedule settings is None, which means that if you will not set a schedule for it, the device will not record any event. After setting the schedules, click Apply to save the settings. After finishing with the schedule settings, we only have to configure the advanced settings. You will find it under Record. Cycle recording is enabled by default. It means that the recording will work in FIFO method, first in, first out, so that the oldest recording will be automatically overwritten by new recording once the hard drive is full. Check it as you wish. Notice that disabling it will trigger an alarm once the disk is full. No new records will be saved until you free some space from the disk. Set the pre-alarm record time, which is the recording duration before an alarm event started. Set the post-alarm record time, which is the recording duration after an alarm event ended. Finally, set the expiration time, which means that recordings will not be kept for durations longer than the specified time, even if the disk is not full. Once finished, click Apply to save the settings. Now you can go to Record Status and see the recording situation of each of the cameras. Here you can see immediately if you have configured anything wrong by the record status of each camera. This finalizes the recording configuration.